one question that I ask everyone on this podcast. Tell me about one time that you really messed up and what you learned from that.
Ooh, that's a good question. One time that I really messed up. There was definitely like a very nasty database incident where I don't remember how we managed to do it. But yeah, we basically deleted kind of critical production data. What I learned from it, I think, is just to, well, first of all, own your mistakes. So I noticed it, and then I tried to figure out what was going on. After 2 minutes, I realized that it was super complex, and I kind of asked for help. I was just like writing in Slack, like, hey, this and that happened. I'm still trying to debug. And I think I kind of gave updates as I went along. And then luckily, after a few minutes, one of the other engineers saw it and we tried to solve it together. And I think that was really the most important thing there, to just be very open when something goes wrong so that others can help you fix it, and not, trying to hide your mistakes or something, or try to fix it all on your own. And I think what I also learned from that is that it's really important to own a product as a team. So not say like, hey, this is not my mistake, so I'm not going to fix it, but ultimately as a team, our goal is to ship a great product and ship cool new features and keep it bug-free most of the time. I think that's really important, to focus on the product and the outcome, and not so much on blaming someone or trying to figure out whose mistake it was.
I think everyone I had already on this podcast told about the same thing, that it's really important, to be allowed to make mistakes and to learn from them. So I just want to, ask you if there is something that you feel is very common in the teams, this no blame culture, or because you were through a lot of projects and through a lot of teams, right? So is it common thing in software engineering, or did you have some like horrible experience with that?
I had both, unfortunately. So I think it's becoming more and more common, this like blameless culture. There's even like the term of a blameless post-mortem. I think everyone knows it these days in software engineering. So if we really have like a critical production incident, we will write some sort of post-mortem just to understand the timeline, like what happened at which time, and what caused the issue, what fixed the issue, how long did it take, who was involved, which steps were necessary. But the emphasis really being on blameless. So at no point will someone write like, and then you did push to main without running the tests, but rather like someone pushed to main without running tests. And what we are learning from that is main should be a protected branch.
Right,
something like that. So I think that's becoming more and more common. And what helps with that is, I guess if people just practice that, if you really notice that when you make a mistake, other people are there to help you without asking like, I don't know, why did you do that? Or are you stupid or something? But also the other side of the medal, I think, is praising people for when things go right. So I think that's also super cool if someone just gives you a shout out when you've done something really good. But of course, like I have worked on teams where it wasn't the case, where it was very much like, okay, who caused this and why did it happen? And that leaves like a really toxic atmosphere. I think that's very dangerous, and ultimately it will make the situation worse, because people will be afraid to make mistakes, and then they will be afraid to probably make any changes. And if they make a mistake, they might not feel safe to admit it and ask for help, and rather try to kind of hide it.